Hello everyone, welcome to Sneha Videos. This video is for 7th class, chapter 1, integers, and in this video we are going to discuss the problems from exercise 1.4, question number 5 and 6. Here is your fifth question. A merchant on selling rice earns a profit of 10 rupees per bag of basmati rice sold and a loss of 5 rupees per bag of non-basmati rice. Okay, so what is the meaning of the question? A merchant on selling rice means a shopkeeper, when he sells the rice, he is earning for basmati rice, he is earning per bag 10 rupees. Okay, basmati, there is basmati rice and non-basmati rice, means normal rice. Okay, so while selling this, for one bag he is getting here 10 rupees profit. Okay, and for non-basmati rice, when he sells, he is getting loss. Here he is getting profit of 10 rupees and here he is getting a loss of 5 rupees. Okay, so we know that basmati rice and non-basmati rice, right? So when he is selling the basmati rice, he is getting profit. For one bag he is getting 10 rupees profit. Okay, when he is selling non-basmati rice, means a normal rice, he is getting loss. No one is buying it, so he reduced the amount and he sold it. Okay, so for one bag he is getting 5 rupees loss. Okay, so here he gave some questions. Let us discuss the questions and solve our problems. What he asked and what we have to find out, question by question. So here is your first question. He gave a condition that for non-basmati rice he is getting loss. We know this point that he gave. For non-basmati rice he is getting loss and for basmati rice he is getting profit. How much profit he is getting for one bag? He is getting 10 rupees profit for one bag and he is losing 5 rupees per one bag for non-basmati rice. Okay, depending on these conditions we should solve this question. Okay, so what he gave? He sells 3000 bags of basmati rice. Okay, so basmati rice bags he sold 3000 bags. Okay, 3000 bags he sold. Okay, and 5000 bags of non-basmati rice in a month. Okay, here he sold 5000 bags of non-basmati rice. Okay, so what is his profit or loss in a month? Means overall here while selling these 3000 bags, he'll get this amount as profit for one bag. When he's selling this 5000 non-basmati rice bags, for one bag he is losing 5 rupees. So we should calculate for one bag if it is 10 rupees profit, for 3000 bags how much profit. And here also for one bag if he is losing 5 rupees, for 5000 bags he is losing how many rupees. Okay, and overall if you subtract these two, you will get the total profit, whether he is in profit or loss for both basmati and non-basmati rice. Understood? So let us do in step-by-step procedure. So profit per bag of basmati, he gave that 10 rupees. For each bag he is earning 10 rupees profit for basmati rice, right? Okay, for one bag it is 10 rupees profit, means he gave here 3000 bags. So for 3000 bags how much rupees? So we should multiply. Okay, so 3000 into 10. Simple, right? So if I gave for one chocolate, it is 10 rupees. If I gave you for one chocolate, it is 10 rupees. What is the cost for 5 chocolates? What you'll do? You just multiply this into 5, right? Because we want for 5 chocolates how much amount? So 5 into 10 will get 50, right? So item cost into number of items will give you the total amount. Okay, so here there are 3000 bags. On each bag he is earning 10 rupees profit. So you should multiply these two. So here simple, whenever any number is multiplied by 10, no need to multiply like this 3000 into 10. No need to multiply in this way. Just multiply the numbers. 3 into 1 is 3 and here count how many zeros are there. Here 3 zeros are there and here 1 zero is there, means total 4 zeros. So put 4 zeros which gives you 30,000 rupees. Okay, this is valid only for when a number is multiplied by 10, not apart from 10, 100. Okay, when a number is multiplied with 10 multiples or 10 power, For that only this procedure is applied. Okay. So we got profit 30,000 rupees. Okay. Now we will find out how much loss he is having. Okay. So we know that loss per one bag of non-basmati rice is 5 rupees. So for one bag, if he is losing 5 rupees for non-basmati rice, he sold 5,000 bags, right? So we'll do the amount of loss for 5,000 bags, which is multiplied by 5 rupees. Because there are 5,000 bags and for each bag he is losing 5 rupees. So multiply both of them. Okay. So 5 5 is 25. So you can, whenever a number is ending with 0, you can multiply this too. So 5 5 is 25 and there are 3 zeros. So you can put 3 zeros. Okay. So profit he is getting 30,000 and loss he is getting 25,000. Means more is your profit only, right? So subtract these two. So 30,000 net profit or loss equal to 30,000 minus 20,000. We will get 5,000 profit. Because your profit value is more, so you will be profit only. Suppose here you got 30,000 loss only and here you got 25,000 as profit. Means you will be 5,000 loss. Okay. Whatever amount is more, that will be your profit. Here profit amount is more, so you will be under profit only. If your loss amount is more, you will be under loss. Okay. So this is your first question from this problem. Okay. Let us go to the next question from this problem. Here is a second question. What is the number of basmati rice bags he must sell to have neither profit nor loss? If the number of bags of non-basmati rice sold is 6,400. Okay. So, sorry, what is your question means? Here we know that basmati and non-basmati rice bags are sold by a merchant. Okay. Here he gave one condition that he don't want profit and he don't want loss. Okay. He don't want the profit and he don't want the loss also. Okay. But he gave a condition that number of bags of non-basmati rice bags sold is 6,400. Means he sold 6,400 bags of non-basmati rice. Okay. In the given question, he gave that loss is there. For non-basmati rice, he is lost, right? So, loss on each bag is 5 rupees. Okay. On each bag, his loss is 5 rupees. Okay. But he gave how many bags are there? 6,004 bags. 6,400 bags he sold. Okay. So, for one bag, if he is lost 5 rupees, then for 6,400 bags, how much he lost? Means you should multiply it with 5. Then you will get the total amount he lost. Right? And here, coming to basmati rice, he didn't give how many basmati rice bags he sold. Okay. He didn't give how many basmati rice bags are sold. Okay. But he gave one condition that he has neither profit nor loss. Okay. Neither profit nor loss means you should equate these two. Okay. Whatever profit you got, that should be equal to loss on the non-basmati rice bags. Okay. So we got this answer. So put here all the bags cost. Okay. Equals to profit on each bag is 10. On each bag his profit is 10 rupees into, we don't know how many basmati rice bags are there. So here we should find out this basmati rice bags. Okay. So simple, here we got some amount 6,400 into 5. You should divide that number with 10. Okay. So this is your condition and how you should do it in step-by-step procedure we'll see. So as there is no profit or no loss, first take the condition he gave. No profit, no loss. Okay. So no profit, no loss, and he gave there are 6,400 bags are sold of non-basmati rice. So we'll find out by using this condition. So there are 6,400 bags of non-basmati rice into loss on each bag is 5 rupees. So multiply it with 5 because we want for all the bags. For one bag it is 5 rupees. For these many bags means you should multiply with 5. So you'll get 32,000 rupees. Okay. Now put in this formula. This is profit on basmati rice equal to loss on non-basmati rice, right? So here we don't know how many number of bags of basmati rice are there. So we'll put as n only, number of bags of basmati rice, into profit on each bag is 10 rupees. So 10. equal to loss on non-basmati rice bags. How much we got? 32,000 rupees. 32,000. Okay. Now we want number of bags of basmati rice. So we will send this 10 to here. Okay. So number of basmati rice bags equals to 32,000 by 10. Okay. Here 0 0 will be cancelled. So you'll get 3,200. Okay. So these are your number of basmati rice bags sold when the non-basmati bags are 6,400, and here he is not getting profit from these bags and he is not losing when he is selling these many bags of non-basmati rice. Okay. This is your second question from your main problem. Okay. Here is your sixth question. Replace the blank with an integer to make it a true statement. Okay, means he will give in this way. See here, 3 into dash equals to some, he will give minus 9 something. Okay, so you should use here what is, here we have in the answer we have minus, means plus into what you will get minus. That symbol you should check, and the number also you should check. 3 into how much is your 9. Okay, so in this way you should answer these question problems. Let us go with the first question. So here is your first question. Minus 3 into dash equals to 27. Okay, so first thing we should check with the symbol. Okay, first you check with the symbol, then you go with the numerical. Okay, so here for answer we have plus. Okay, okay, plus we should, if we want to get plus as answer, you should have both symbols same. When both same symbols are multiplied, then only you will get plus. Okay, remember in this way, plus is the friend of both same symbols. Minus is the friend of both different symbols. Okay, under multiplication. Okay, minus is the friend of both different symbols like this, and plus is the friend of both same symbols. Both same symbols means whether it is minus into minus or whether it is plus into plus. Okay, now we'll use this rule and we'll find out what should be written in this blank. Okay, so we have the rule that minus into minus is plus. Okay, why I have taken here minus? Because in the given question he gave it as minus. So in the answer we have it as plus. Means this same symbol when multiplied you will get the plus symbol, right? So here we'll get minus. Okay, we finished with minus. Now which number should be replaced in the blank? Okay, so for that one, if you are perfect with the tables, you can directly write 3 into 9 is 27. Okay, or else if you are not perfect with tables, just divide this 3 with the 27. Okay, why we should divide it with 27? Because here this blank is under multiplication with this number. Okay, so whenever multiplication is sent to the other side, it should be divided. Okay, so whenever plus is sent to other side of equal to, it becomes minus. When minus is sent to other side, it becomes plus. When into is sent to the other side, it becomes division. When division is sent to the other side, it becomes into. Okay, so here it is into multiplying. So whenever multiplication goes there, it becomes division. Okay, so I gave the point also. 27 by 3 equals to 9. So here we got 9. Okay, I'll replace it with 9. I gave just the numerical simplification here. Here minus into what is plus? Minus. So your answer is minus 9. Okay, understood my point? So all the problems should be solved in this way only. So first you should check whether it is substituted with plus or minus and divide it with the given value. Okay, so let us go to the next problem. 5 into dash equal to minus 35. Okay, so first we should check with the symbol, right? So here you have minus. Okay, minus is a friend of two different symbols, right? Two different symbols. So here you have plus. In the given value you have plus. So plus into minus will be minus, because minus is a friend of two different symbols. Plus he gave, so the different symbol from plus is minus. Okay, our blank is filled with minus. We finish with symbol. Now value. Okay, here it is in multiplication. When send it, it becomes division. Okay, so first let us write the symbols. And 35 by 5 is 7. Okay, so it is minus 7. So here is the next problem. Dash into minus 8 equals to minus 56. Okay, so here your resultant value is in minus, means it is a friend of two different symbols. So your given value is in minus, means the different value symbol from minus is plus. Okay, so your answer should be in plus, and find out 56 by 8 you'll get 7. Okay, so let us write the symbols formula, and 56 by 8 is 7, so your answer is plus 7. Okay, in the same way let us solve this fourth problem. Dash into minus 12 equals to minus 132. Your answer is in minus, so minus is a friend of two different symbols. We have one minus, means other one will be in plus. Okay, now divide this 12 with, divide 132 with 12. Okay, so 132 by 12 equals to 11. So your answer is plus 11. Okay, so be perfect in simplification of integers. Okay, for the clear basic understanding of simplification on integers, please follow the link in the description, and all the videos from this class are given in the description. Okay, I hope you understood this video. If you understand, please give thumbs up, share my video and subscribe my channel. Thank you.